The Crescent Moon Hotel stood as a dark sentinel on the edge of town, its ominous presence casting a shadow over the nearby woods. For decades, whispers of strange occurrences and chilling encounters had plagued this ancient establishment. Unknown to most, the heart of the hotel concealed an even darker secret. It was a sanctuary for none other than Count Dracula himself. Dracula, the infamous vampire lord, had sought refuge within the hotel's walls. He craved a sanctuary away from the prying eyes of vampire hunters and the relentless march of time. The hotel, with its labyrinthine corridors and countless rooms, provided the perfect cover for his nocturnal activities. As the guests checked in, they were greeted by a concierge with an uncanny resemblance to Dracula himself, a charade that sent shivers down their spines. Each room bore a unique and eerie charm, from antique furnishings to peculiar paintings, all carefully designed to unnerve the visitors. One evening, a group of friends, curious about the hotel's sinister reputation, decided to spend the night. Among them were Sarah, a fearless journalist, Mark, a skeptic always in search of a story, Lisa, a budding paranormal investigator, and Mike, an adventure seeker with a taste for the unknown. The moment they crossed the threshold of the Crescent Moon Hotel, an unsettling sensation washed over them. The air seemed colder, the shadows deeper, and the silence thicker than they had ever experienced. The concierge's sly grin as he handed them their room keys sent a shiver down their spines. Their rooms were interconnected by a series of narrow, dimly lit hallways. A sense of unease gnawed at them as they ventured deeper into the labyrinthine corridors. The air was heavy with an eerie stillness, broken only by the distant sound of footsteps echoing from the unseen depths of the hotel. As night fell, the group gathered in the dimly lit lobby, determined to explore the hotel's mysteries. Lisa, the paranormal enthusiast, carried an assortment of ghost hunting equipment, including EMF detectors and infrared cameras. She was determined to uncover the secrets lurking within the hotel's walls. They began their investigation with trepidation, wandering through the maze-like hallways. The hotel seemed to have a life of its own, with paintings that shifted when no one was looking and whispers that echoed through the corridors. It was as if the very fabric of the building was conspiring to keep its dark secrets hidden. Sarah, the journalist, couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. She sensed a malevolent presence, something far more sinister than mere ghosts. Her unease grew with each passing minute, and she began to question the wisdom of their decision to stay in this haunted establishment. As they delved deeper into the hotel, they stumbled upon a locked door at the end of a long, dimly lit hallway. Mark, the skeptic, couldn't resist the challenge and decided to pick the lock. The moment the door creaked open, an overpowering stench of decay and death filled the air. They entered cautiously, their flashlights revealing a room filled with coffins, each lined with crimson velvet. The sight sent a chill down their spines, and they realized they had stumbled upon Dracula's lair. It was a macabre scene, with coffins neatly arranged in rows, and a haunting portrait of Dracula himself hanging on the wall. Their discovery sent panic coursing through the group, but there was no turning back now. They had unwittingly crossed paths with an ancient evil, and they knew they had to confront it. Lisa, the paranormal investigator, set up her equipment to capture any supernatural activity. The night wore on, and the tension in the hotel grew unbearable. Strange occurrences escalated, from phantom footsteps in the hallways to ghostly apparitions in their peripheral vision. The group realized they were not alone in this cursed place, and Dracula's presence loomed over them like a suffocating shadow. As the clock struck midnight, they heard a soft, haunting melody emanating from the hotel's grand piano. It was a tune that sent shivers down their spines, a melody that seemed to beckon them towards the source. They followed the music to the hotel's grand ballroom, where they found Dracula himself, clad in a tuxedo and bathed in moonlight. The vampire lord welcomed them with a sinister smile, his eyes gleaming with hunger. He had lured them into his domain, and there was no escape. The group realized they were facing an ancient evil beyond their comprehension. A suspenseful and chilling standoff ensued, as Dracula toyed with his prey, using his supernatural powers to control the environment and manipulate their perceptions. The group's equipment went haywire, and Lisa's camera captured ghastly apparitions that defied explanation. Just as it seemed all hope was lost, Mark, the skeptic, remembered a relic he had found earlier in the hotel, a silver cross with a hidden compartment containing consecrated water. He hurled it towards Dracula, who hissed in pain as the holy water burned his flesh. The distraction provided by the cross allowed the group to regroup and make a desperate escape. They fled through the winding corridors, pursued by the enraged vampire lord. Dracula's power waned with each step they took away from him, his malevolent laughter echoing in their ears. Finally, they reached the lobby and burst through the hotel's imposing front doors. The cold night air hit them like a shockwave, and they realized they had survived their encounter with Dracula. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, the vampire lord was forced to retreat into the shadows. The group had faced an ancient evil and lived to tell the tale. The Crescent Moon Hotel would forever remain a place of terror in their memories, a chilling reminder of the supernatural forces that lurked in the darkest corners of the world. They had witnessed the malevolence of Count Dracula and escaped with their lives, but the scars of that night would haunt them forever.